300 dead. And at this point, still many unaccounted for, still missing. So we could see the death toll continue to climb up over the next few days as rescue operations here continue. What made this rescue operation so challenging on day one when I touched down here was one, the heavy non-stop rainfall, and two, the challenging terrain. Where I'm standing right now, this area was completely inaccessible because of the current of the river and also because the bridge you see behind me didn't exist. The bridge that was there earlier connecting Churalmara to Mundakai was completely destroyed as a result of the landslide. Now the army stepped in and built this Bailey Bridge behind me in record time, which has helped with heavy duty vehicles, with ambulances, all now directly reaching the landslide spot. That wasn't the case just a few days ago when everything was being done manually. Rescue workers were trekking all the way up 5 to 7 kilometers, bringing bodies down, and everything was being done by hand because equipment wasn't reaching the ground. And that's what led to the rescue operations taking a lot more time than in other cases, than in other such situations. In 9X report, I show you how hard it was for rescue officials who had to trek all the way up to Mundakai and the rescue operations that were underway there. From here, it's another at least 60-minute walk. I'm going to take you through it to show you exactly what our personnel are going through, the kind of challenges that they're facing, terrain-wise, weather-wise, as you can see, and still getting there to rescue every single person. This is exactly what the area of Mundakai looked like before the landslide happened. And I've asked this question several times to several authorities about what triggered the landslides. Yes, natural calamity, but also deforestation, tea plantations all across this entire stretch as far as the eye can see. And it will lead to questions about whether that too was one of the causes for the landslide happening in the manner that it did. As we walk up, I've been speaking to a lot of the people here, and almost all of them are locals who've come up to help. Sorry, ningal evidane Wayanad.
Wayanad district. Sultamathiri.
Ningal eppo vannu evide?
Ravile 8 o'clock.
അവിടുന്ന് റിക്കവറി ഒരു 25 ബോഡിയോളം നമ്മൾ എന്തുണ്ട് റിക്കവർ ചെയ്ത് കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട് ഇന്നലെ.
ഫസ്റ്റ് വരുന്നത് ഞാൻ ഇന്നലെ പിന്നെ മോർച്ചറിയിലായിരുന്നു ഡ്യൂട്ടി. മോർച്ചറിയിൽ വളരെ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട്.
ഡ്യൂട്ടി പറഞ്ഞാൽ
മോർച്ചറിയിൽ സഹായിക്കലേ.
ആര് പറഞ്ഞു?
അവിടെ
ഏത് ഡ്യൂട്ടിയാണ്?
അവിടെ സ്വയം നാട്ടുകാർ കൂടിയിട്ട് അങ്ങ് തെരഞ്ഞെടുക്കലാണ്. ഗ്രൂപ്പാണ്. ഇന്ന ഡ്യൂട്ടി നമ്മളങ്ങ് മനസ്സറിഞ്ഞ് ചെയ്യാം. ചെയ്തിട്ട് പിന്നെ നമ്മളത് അവിടെ ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കുക, ഗവൺമെന്റിന് ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കുക.
All of them walking uphill, saying several times they've done it. And continue to do so. They're not part of any organization, any of that. They're locals who heard of the news and decided, look, amid this torrential rain, we're going to come here, do everything we can to help. And that's the spirit of Kerala that you see here, that I'm witnessing. Behind me is the entire stretch of the river there flowing through. You can see the rocks that is brought along as a result of the landslide. 2 days back, when the landslide happened, the water was right up till here. Now it's receded and left behind all of that debris. Locals tell me that it was along this stretch the bodies were washed up. A lot of the bodies were found almost 20-30 kilometers away from where I'm standing, which is where the actual landslide took place. So you can imagine the amount of debris that really pushed all of these homes, bodies, families across till the very end. Even now at this point, rescue operations continue. You can see there are several officials out there, but it's impossible really to sift through, dig through all of that debris. That big mound behind me, it's untouched so far. As we speak, bodies are being pulled out, so the rescue operation is still very much continuing in many pockets where officials are reaching and realizing only now that the landslide has hit here too, that houses have been completely destroyed in many of these circumstances, and just the sheer nature of this tragedy can be summed up in the images I'm showing you. Many of these circumstances, locals tell me that they're not able to find more than body parts, but they're still treating it with the respect and dignity. I apologize for bringing you these kind of sensitive images, but this is the nature of tragedy that we're actually dealing with, where every 15 minutes another body is pulled out by the officials who are working here through the heavy rain from early morning till late into the night, till sundown. And from here, it's at least 1 hour that you'll have officials actually walking actually walking right down to the spot where the ambulance can reach them, because the ambulance can't come up to where we've come. They have to trek all the way. Sir, India Today. They have to trek all the way to the other side, and that's where the ambulance can actually take the mortal remains to a morgue. And in some cases, injured people also being pulled out, which is nothing short of a miracle. Still bodies are there, sir?
Still bodies are there. And here, overall, we don't know how much houses are there, but we can see 10 to 15 houses in this side. So, we are searching, and we got right now 4 bodies. The people saying from here, people telling that there is some more bodies.
What they're doing here is nothing short of heroic. So many locals, officials risking their lives to come here in this pouring rain. You've been seeing how it's non-stop raining. This entire stretch here, there's absolutely nothing left. And this was an area full of tea plantations, full of homes. Nearly 400 families washed away as a result of these landslides. You can see the path that the landslide took. All the boulders, remnants of the landslide. You can see this area, you see 1 or 2 houses left behind, but otherwise all other houses completely washed away. This is where all of the rescue operations continue, even as remnants of the house are being pulled apart right now to reach the bodies that still remain in this debris. With video journalist Sachin Chandok, this is Akshita Nandagopal reporting for India Today from Wayanad. An entire town has been wiped out. Over 530 homes were behind me, all completely destroyed. There's no trace of it whatsoever. And because of the power of the landslide, where I'm standing, for example, there's been complete destruction. And these are the remnants of the landslides that had hit, which is the biggest problem, that bodies have been washed far, far away from where the houses actually were, from where, in fact, the town was. And that's why behind me right now, operations continue as officials are doing everything possible to find every single body. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, because this entire area has been swept by the landslides and mortal remains are being found everywhere. But officials are doing everything they can, because they know that there's a family member waiting kilometers away in Mepadi town, hoping and praying for some news, any news right now about their loved one.